What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our Fallout New Vegas series. If you are enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, well, things started to get, pretty crazy. We ran into Benny Boy. What the heck? We ran into Benny Boy, and, apparently he dipped towards Caesar's Legion, and now Caesar wants to meet with us. That's pretty wild, but we have some things that we want to handle first, and that is finding this dude's son, because he is missing. The guy who was out to
Beg
get
your
him,
pardon, but could I try?
the guy who was out to get him, we convinced to kind of drop the beef, which honestly I wasn't a huge fan of, but it seemed necessary so that we could at least do this quest. Who do we need to talk to? Door to the gourmand at the Ultralux.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation.
Do you work here?
I do, but one can hardly call it work. I think of myself as a caretaker rather than a common laborer. I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultralux. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how we go about it.
The founder. Heck Gunderson said he was here to talk about business with you. What business?
What else? Mr. Gunderson and I have been discussing his livestock. It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. Not that we aren't grateful for his generous offer. But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed Brahmin steak into a delicacy. He really is a genius. Everyone wants it. But a delicacy is just that, delicate. If everyone can get it, it ceases to be a delicacy. It becomes a perfectly ordinary staple. And if the gourmand served staples, it would no longer draw the caliber of people it deserves. It would be a diner or a family restaurant. So as much as we'd all love for there to be enough steak for everyone, I'm afraid there are more important things to consider.
Wow. I'm looking for someone who went missing here recently.
This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions to his satisfaction and gave all the help I could. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people can't get over it is beyond me. For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. It's written in the charter.
The White Glove Society used to eat human flesh?
Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances. Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time, when we went by a different name. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulses since settling into our new home. I've seen to it that those days are behind us.
It's okay. I eat people too. You can tell the truth.
You disgust me. How dare you say such a filthy thing in my establishment? I ought to have you arrested.
We tried
You'll
it.
kindly mind your tongue or we shan't speak any further.
We tried it. Who did you talk to about the disappearance?
There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay here. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly likely that she got cold feet and ran off. And that young groom just didn't have a clue, the poor dear.
I'm investigating someone else, a man, and he just recently went missing.
A man? Well, then this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own rooms.
Is there any way I could talk to the investigator?
Why, yes, I think so, if he hasn't checked out yet, that is. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied. You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy, even in the face of such impolite accusations. We have nothing to hide here.
Okay, that sounds awfully suspicious, lady. I don't know about that.
Ta-ta.
Okay, so how do we get here? I don't think I like these people. I think these would be one of those people that gotta go if we were to take over ourselves.
Good day. How may I be of service, sir?
I've heard your group dines on human flesh.
Ah, yes. I've heard that one too. Jealous people say such nasty things. I feel sorry for them.
I, too, know what it is to feel the craving. How can I support your cause?
Good. And you know what it is to be discreet in matters of nutrition. Perhaps you can help me.
Got him.
I'm in a bind. I've been planning an exquisite society dinner, but there's a bit of a problem with the main course. He's got a powerful and temperamental father.
The main course is a person?
Yes, the wrong person. We scouted the right one for weeks. The heir to a mercantile empire, sort of a black sheep. He cut ties with his family and left their estate to wander. He was ideal, corn-fed and well-to-do, but no one to miss him if he were to disappear. Unfortunately, the trap my subordinates set for him failed, and as he escaped, he saw their faces. Now he's wary.
What did you do?
I asked for a last-minute replacement, and they stole the son of the most dangerous Brahmin baron in New Vegas while he stayed at this very hotel. Needless to say, this could be a disaster if things aren't put back the way they should be. And I still need somebody reputable to serve for dinner. Strictly speaking, we're no longer allowed to eat people, but I'm hoping the right person and preparation might sway Marjorie to see things my way.
Let's talk about something else.
Indeed. Let's.
What can you tell me about your organization?
My, such a popular question. I suppose it is only natural to see us and wonder what it is that makes us special. The White Glove Society has only just made itself known to the public, of course, but our pedigree was established over generations. Were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined for a place atop modern society. And now, here we are. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest foods, obviously. That's just the reality we live in. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White Glove Society is all about.
Marjorie said you gave a free room to a private investigator.
Private investigator. Ah, yes, I remember the gentleman. This was about the missing bride. Such an awful thing. I do hope he finds her whereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
If I might pry, have you found something that will help his investigation?
Yes, I have some critical information for him.
Good. I hope that young man gets some closure after all he's been through. Now, ordinarily, we don't give out guest information, but I think given the circumstances, he'll want to speak with you. Let's see. He hasn't checked out yet. If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be one floor directly above you after you exit the lobby. I hope we can put this whole matter to rest at last.
Where did you say it was again?
If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be one floor
Is this a
directly
trap?
above you after you exit the lobby.
Because if I have critical information,
Indeed.
and this dude, they already admitted to kidnapping the son, which is interesting. I wonder if this is a trap. How did I know?
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I've been doing this longer than you.
How did I know? Boom.
Fighting over.
Yeah, these people gotta go. They're cannibals. Alright, now what? Ah, matchbook. Miscellaneous. The following is scrawled across the back of the matchbook. Steam room, 4 p.m. Steam room at 4 p.m. You got it, buddy. These people gotta go. What time is it? 9 a.m. Three. Six. Let's do 6 hours for now. If we wait a whole hour, that'd be bad. I don't want to miss it. Chauncey?
You'll have to somewhere I need to be right now.
Ah. This the guy?
Who are you?
I'm looking for someone who went missing.
So was the man I'm supposed to be meeting here. Where is he?
He's dead.
Oh my goodness me. They must know he was talking to someone on the inside. They'll be watching everyone closer now. I knew this was a mistake.
Is this not, jeez. The dude from, Fallout 4. What were the people called? He was the main guy. Who are you afraid of?
Mortimer. If he realizes it was me the investigator was planning to meet, he'll have me killed.
So, is a Mortimer behind the disappearances? We already knew this.
Yes. The White Glove Society strictly forbids eating humans. But we weren't always the White Glove Society. Mortimer and some of the others have regressed to the old ways. They've taken many people over the last few months, but always from Freeside or secluded places where they wouldn't be missed. It wasn't enough. Lately, they've gone for tourists here on the Strip, even in the hotel. I guess that's the hazard of a cannibal becoming a gourmet. It's hard to please a refined palate.
What were you supposed to discuss here?
The girl, the one who disappeared. I know what happened to her.
How do you know what happened to the girl?
Because I distracted her fiancé while they took her. Well, I'm not proud of it, but I had to. They could see I was having second thoughts. Some of the White Gloves began meeting privately a while back. Started talking about how we'd lost our identity. I started attending because I thought it was about changing our politics. Then they started talking about returning to the old ways, and there was no way out. They'd kill me for the things I heard them say.
What about Ted Gunderson?
He's alive, as far as I know. They're trying to keep him fresh. Mortimer has special plans for him. The White Glove Society has a banquet every night at 7. It's in our private section. Mortimer wants to reintroduce humans into our cuisine. Since eating people is a crime we punish by death, he's going to do it in secret. After everyone has eaten it, he'll tell them. With no real way to punish everyone, in Mortimer's mind anyway, their minds will be open to the idea of eating people as a delicacy.
Wouldn't they punish Mortimer for the deception?
They might, but to him, the legacy of returning to the old ways is worth his own life. I don't think he expects it, though. I don't either. Nothing is more important to the society than being on the cutting edge of New Vegas cuisine. Mortimer's idea will appeal to that need. He just has to get them over the taboo.
Ted's father is a wealthy man. With his resources, this should be easy to stop. Where are they keeping Ted?
I don't know exactly. I wasn't in on it. I think some of them have stopped trusting me. But you can bet they're keeping him near the gourmand. Our chef, Philippe, has an obsession with fresh ingredients. It'd be back in the members-only section, so you'll have to be careful. Don't be seen, and more importantly, don't let them see Ted in the open. It's guarded both at the lobby entrance and in the access tunnels leading from the main restaurant.
Anything you can do to help me?
I could sponsor you as an honorary member, but I don't know that you've achieved the level of status that would gain the Society's approval. Perhaps if you were to gain some more notoriety on the Strip, we could get you in. Otherwise, you'll have to find some way to get inside quietly. It won't be easy, and it'll be harder still to get them out.
Any suggestions on how to get Ted out?
Well, they'll all be sampling pre-war wines before the meal. Maybe it's as simple as drugging them. Although, that wouldn't stop any future kidnappings. You'd have to expose Mortimer, but he's going to confess anyway. What if his revelation were a lie? What if no one had eaten human flesh but him? If you could somehow replace Philippe in the kitchen and serve a convincing substitute instead, you could walk Ted right through the middle of that room after Mortimer speaks, and then he'd have some explaining to do. Philippe has been trying to approximate the taste of human flesh for years. He must have a recipe somewhere.
Ted's father is a wealthy man. With his resources, this should be easy to stop.
That may be true, but I wouldn't recommend it. He's built a reputation, and it isn't for calmness and impartiality. He's not what he looks like. They call him Hurricane Heck. The man built his empire by hiring mercenaries to drive off the competition. Lately, he's been attacking our Brahmin suppliers so he can take over their business. He's the sort to pound in a nail with a wrecking ball. If you give him the whole story on this, he'd be liable to raise the entire hotel. And God knows what he'd do to the rest of the Strip.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This quest is messy.
Time to fight.
Jeez, everybody's dying.
Was that all?
They killed him quick. Poor guy, man. Alright, so what are my options here? Find a sponsor to help you join the White Glove Society. Find a way to gain access to the members-only section of the Gourmand.
Should have bet we killed the leader.
Ah, we crashed. Son of a gun. Alright, let's see what we got. What if we just talk to Mortimer?
How may I be of service?
I want to join the White Glove Society. I was told I need a sponsor.
You'll have to look elsewhere, I'm afraid. The whole idea of joining the White Glove Society is pure hogwash. You're either in it, or you're not. There's no joining. This honorary member nonsense is just something Marjorie contrived because she's so preoccupied with image. But it's only a fad. Once it blows over, the riffraff we've temporarily inducted will be shown the door. So I wouldn't hold out hope if I were you. Indeed.
Okay, that didn't work. We need a key. What if we talk to her?
Welcome to the
I want to join the White Glove Society. I was told I'd need a sponsor.
Why, yes, of course. The White Glove Society is the most exclusive club in all of New Vegas. Perhaps the entire world. It's only natural that you'd need a sponsor from within the club who can vouch for your good name. Originally, we didn't allow anyone else in, you see. founding members only. We thought exclusivity would make us the envy of everyone who's anyone. And it has. But then I had the idea to allow honorary members. Lower in status, naturally, but it just makes people want to be us even more. And the right people could certainly do wonders for our image. Celebrities, philanthropists, we want only the very best. I'm afraid you are a relative unknown. Certainly not the caliber of person we would consider for such an honor. Not yet, anyway. If you had more notoriety or clout here on the Strip, things would be different. People need to have heard of you, and you must be well thought of.
Okay.
The answer is still no, I fear. You need to be the talk of the town, really. Think big. Your name should be on everyone's lips. Come back.
I feel like it is because we were the only one who was invited into the Lucky 38, but sure, whatever. It's all good.
Hello there.
What are our other options? Could just go guns blazing. Alright, we might have to come back to this quest then. But I'm pretty sure if we ask this dude for work...
How may I be of service, sir?
Tell me about your organization. Oh, we can't ask him for work anymore. Okay, apparently we need... to be popular, basically. We need to be popular on the Strip. So what's something else we can do right now? Go to Red Rock Canyon and make contact with the Great Khans. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll probably start with going to Chance's map. Let's head out over here.
This one looks pretty tough. Hostilities complete.
Okay, I do feel like it's a little easy. So, let's go up to hard. See how that works.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Okay, I think we need to go this way, right? Yes. Alright, so let's start heading this way. See what we can find. Got some geckos over there. Let's make sure we're quick saving often. Now that we are out in the wild. What the
This
heck
one
is
looks
that?
pretty tough. Guys dealt with.
Whoa. That's creepy.
This one looks pretty tough. It's dealt with.
Okay, I do feel like it's pretty easy. So, let's finally get back to where we were. and go to very hard. I don't know why the DLC itself was so difficult. Now I feel like everything's easy. Map. Oh, we passed it. Okay, what's up with Chance's map? Can't take none of this stuff? Interesting. Okay, and then we had something else that was like right over here that we might as well check out. It's a cave. Feels good to have Lucky in our hands again. It's been a while.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Okay, I guess.
To be fair, the DLC didn't allow us to bring any of our companions, so
Oh,
that also makes it that much more difficult. Alright, let's see what's going on with this cave. More fire geckos? I hope it's not night stalkers.
uh-oh.
Time for more fighting. I know.
Mission of hostilities complete.
Nicely done.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, geez. This reload time is so slow.
Fighting over.
We're getting quite a bit of XP, though.
Ready. Steady. Fighting.
Sort of look like the bad guy.
Bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Ooh,
Was that all?
Not a super mutant. C4. Ooh, a fat man. Incendiary grenades, plasma grenades. That's some good stuff. Bunch of rounds. Casings. Need all the stim packs we can get. Alright, what do we have in this direction? Any goodies? Doesn't look like it, so I guess we're done here. Now let's go see what's going on with the Great Khans. We already have an idea about the Brotherhood of Steel. The NCR, obviously the Legion we don't like. I don't like the White Glove Society. They're old cannibals. I haven't really decided on anybody else in the strip yet. We need to go this way, right? I would assume so. This looks like there's a road that goes into it. We also have something over here. Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. It looks like just a bunch of bighorners.
Time to fight.
We got a bunch of mantises.
Was that
Nice. Baseballs. Is that it? Is there just a bunch of animals here?
all? Ready, steady, fighty.
Nothing too important. But we got 3 more locations. We're about to get 2 more, which will be nice. Starting to clear up this map a bit. Now that we have this dude, let's go ahead and talk to him.
If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you.
Can you repair some of my stuff?
Sure, I'll just pull a toolbox out from behind a conveniently placed rock and get to work.
Very funny.
Talk to me at my shack. I've at least got tools there.
Okay.
You really enjoy dragging me into situations where I get shot at, don't you, boss?
I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
Questions, boss? You mean you don't know everything there is to know already?
Can you tell me anything about Mr. House?
Just how old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Robco at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas.
Interesting. You can't seriously think they're the same Mr. House.
Maybe not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows?
Maybe there's a connection. Can you remember anything else about Robert House?
I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Aburridas by a starlet House dated. She said they never, don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits.
Oh, is that the robot girl we saw?
It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market.
Okay.
You're a veritable geyser of curiosity, boss.
Do you know anything about a goon named Benny, wears a checkered coat, carries a big pistol? Obviously, we've met him.
Benny, huh? Sorry, boss. Doesn't ring a bell. Then again, my brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Okay. What's your take on the NCR?
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of a tough going there at the beginning. You know, their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
Okay.
You're a very...
How do you feel about Caesar's Legion?
I don't really have a problem with them. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
Interesting. I feel like he's the first person who doesn't mind, Caesar's Legion. Tell me about New Vegas.
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Well, let's go meet up with the Great Khans.
Was that all?
Now, they should let us in because we did that quest for them after we took out the death claws at the quarry. I'm pretty sure the girl said she would put in a word for us. So we shouldn't have any issues here.
Who do you think is cuter?
I heard
Dr.
from one of
Klein
Melissa's
or Dr.
runners that
Burroughs?
shit-coated bastard got thrown out on his ass.
We got a lot of people over here.
Still got a bit of a walk ahead of us. Talk fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy we saved from the NCR?
Hello? Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back.
Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing
Fuck
us in
Benny.
the back.
We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back.
Nobody likes Benny. They're the ones who put this stuff up.
What do you want?
Can you tell me about the Great Khans?
I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation?
Sounds like you're not happy being a Great Khan. Maybe you'd be happier someplace else.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe.
I could ask them for you.
You'd do that? Thanks. I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The cons wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody.
What are you doing?
Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
What is this initiation?
Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody who wants to be a con anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute. If you survive, you're in.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it.
Jeez.
What?
What are you doing? Sounded like you were writing poetry.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great con-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Why isn't poetry Great Khan like?
Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
You don't sound too eager for your initiation.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. But what else can I do?
I had some other questions, actually.
Sure, okay.
I'd like to hear some of your poetry.
You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. I wrote this limerick the last time I went to Freeside. There once was a fellow called Garrett, whose sister she did love to bear it. She flashed it around all over town, so if you would screw her, beware it. I, got kicked out of the Atomic Wrangler for that one. That's it. What do you think?
Wow, that really was something.
You liked it? Wow, you're the first one who ever did.
Okay.
Whatever.
Cool, cool.
We're not moving as many camps.
Alright, I don't think there's anybody else over here. So let's get moving up to the top of the hill. These people seem like brutes. And they don't seem interested in... What's back here? They don't seem interested in, I guess, intellectual ideas. So I don't know if these are the right people.
What?
Alright, who do we got over here? Jack and Diane.
Whoa, new guy.
What is it you do here?
Do? We don't, like, do anything. We make the magic happen.
Okay, then what do you make?
We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain?
You're drug dealers?
Nah, man, more like drug suppliers. Yeah. Other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that.
How'd you get into this business?
Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had to head for business, so we teamed up.
Who's Diane?
Diane's my girl, man. We've been taking care of each other our whole lives, ever since our folks died. Now we keep the cons and caps together.
It does seem like the books helped them out quite a bit. Tell me about the Great Khans.
They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry.
Who's Jerry?
The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kinda harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo.
Okay, what do you have for sale? You've got an impressive setup here. Have you considered making more helpful chems?
What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel groo-delicious.
But think of all the people who overdose on Jet and Psycho. It's bad for your karma.
Oh, you're right. I should start a side project making meds to keep my aura clean.
What do you have for sale? Or how's the medical work going?
Already on it. I whipped up a few stim packs already. But if you've got any more recipes, I'll take them.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, you're buying. Cool.
Stim packs. Take all of you. Is there anything that we want to sell? Our flamer's pretty beat up at this point. We'll sell the pulse grenades. I don't think we need all of this anti-venom. There we go. Perfect. Thanks, buddy.
Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy, dude.
Alright, well, he made him seem not so bad.
You're not one of my regulars. What do you want?
What is it you do here?
We keep the Great Khans from falling apart, essentially. Jack manufactures the chems. I organize the runners and the shipments.
So you're drug dealers.
We're supplying things people want in exchange for things our tribe needs. Don't judge us.
I guess that's kind of fair. Who do you sell to?
We make regular shipments to a lot of settlements around the Mojave. A lot of our business comes from the Fiends lately. Personally, I think they're kind of creepy. But Papa likes the fact they get all hopped up on Psycho and harass the NCR patrols.
Good to know. I had some other questions.
Like what?
Tell me a little about the Great Khans.
I'll spare you the history lesson. Talk to Papa Khan if you want to hear that story.
I wonder if we don't...
Things have been rough for a while now. Even with Jack working all the time and my runners making deliveries daily, we're barely getting by. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will help, but I don't know.
Whoa. Alliance with Caesar. But it's interesting that, they seem to be the main supplier of the Fiends, so I wonder if we took out the Great Khans before the Fiends, how that would affect things. Why are things so tough?
Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitter Springs, there just aren't enough of us left.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Have you started making meds yet?
Yeah, you made a pretty good argument. We'll keep it small for now, but if it turns a profit, we might expand.
What do you have for sale?
Jack handles the small-time purchases. You should talk to him unless you're looking for a major shipment.
Okay, I'll do that.
Anything else?
That'll be it.
Bye.
Okay, well, them being allied to Caesar, obviously, is not super great. So, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about the Great Khans. Whether we take them out or not. But maybe we don't.
Diane?
Like, because we choose to ignore them. I mean, Caesar's Legion's gotta go. That's an obvious. But I wonder what happens if we were to take control. And we didn't deal with anybody else. Like, where that would put us.
Hey.
Alright, nobody important in here. Here's Regis.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
What's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Tell me about Papa Khan.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
What did you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Okay, goodbye.
Until next time.
So we want to figure out a way to get him in charge, is what it sounds like. What is in here?
We're not moving as many chems now that the Fiends have been taken out.
Ah, interesting. I like how they address that. Carl? Who the heck is Carl?
Who do you think is cuter?
Greetings in the name
Dr.
of
Klein
Kaiser.
or Dr. Boros?
In the name of Kaisar? Who are you?
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance.
What alliance?
In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
What's your role in Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose.
You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
That's other questions.
Speak then.
Okay.
Yes. Goodbye.
Interesting.
Huh?
Wouldn't be opposed to taking that guy out. Alright, let's see if we can find Papa Khan. Where's Mr. Papa Khan? I would have thought that he'd be up top, no? His right-hand man is there.
What?
We can't get into these tents. It doesn't say anybody's in here. What if we wait here till morning? Maybe we'll be able to run into him. That's the drug lab.
You've been sucked
Nice.
into the decadence of the strip as well, have you?
Where the heck is Papa Khan? Is he not here? Or does he stay in there? Alright, I'm gonna check one more time for patrols down here.
So, you've been...
Maybe he's patrolling the area. If not, we might not be able to find him here.
Morning.
Hey,
Alright, let's check out over here first. We do have an open tent.
Yeah?
Doesn't look like anybody's over here though. Okay. Interesting. I definitely thought more would be going on over here. So in terms of quests, we've talked to everybody, right? Brotherhood of Steel. Omerta's, Boomers, Brotherhood of Steel, White Gloves, and the Great Khans. But we do need to return to the bunker. I don't know if returning to the bunker is going to make them mad or not. I suppose we'll find out.
Uh-oh.
It's this way.
Was that all?
Oh, actually, it's over here. don't know if we've been in this one yet.
Time to fight.
I've been doing this longer than you, pal.
Bad guys dealt with.
Or is it over here? No, it's not.
Time to fight.
Why is it telling me over this way? Oh, jeez. Is this just taking me to the center of the territory? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so if we actually go into the bunker, what happens? Tells me to leave. Return to the Brotherhood's bunker at Hidden Valley. Oh, destroy the bunker. Whoa. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I don't know if that's something we want to do. So our other quest. Talk to the followers of the apocalypse. Okay, we need Freeside Eastgate. We'll see if they'll let our guy in.
Yeah, let's show them how kings rumble.
Pretty tough.
Oops.
Hey, you're the one who's been going.
Another stim pack. We'll take it.
Fighting over.
Alright, we'll see if we can get this guy in here. I don't know if he'll give us anything for this, but... Talk to our lady Jessie, right? No, it's Julie.
One of my aides said you got into the Lucky 38. If you see someone by the name of Emily near there, we would like you to work for us.
Okay. I met a kid who's unsatisfied with life in the Great Khans. Will you take him on as a follower?
We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent?
Well, he's a poet, kind of.
Well, I suppose we could always use another junior archivist in the library. All right, tell him we'll accept him as a probationary initiate.
Okay. Can we fast travel from here? Yes, we can. Alright, let's go let him know. Do what we can to make his life better. So he doesn't have to get beat up. For the 6th time.
Maybe I should write something about how much the Great Khans suck. How do you spell gesticulate? Later. Oh, what?
The followers have agreed to take you on as a member. Head to the old Mormon fort.
They did? Oh, that's great. Thank you. I'm out of this crummy camp. Hello.
Okay, cool. What else do we have? Okay, we can't do this until we do this. Because that's where Caesar is. Let's turn in this quest finally. Return to Francine. Because we've had this quest for a long time. I would say those kids shouldn't be out there, but to be honest, I don't think Freeside's much better.
Hey, you're the one.
18 bottle caps, we'll take it. But it might be time, either next episode or the one following, to finally go and hit Caesar's camp. That's kind of exciting.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
Make a brief stop at the atomic.
The Atomic Wrangler.
I hear Benny went missing. I can't help but wonder what happened to him.
I took care of McCaffrey.
Yes! Where's his hat?
Right here.
This is great news. No one screws with the Garrett twins and gets away with it. I need to find a place on the wall for this. And for your reward, here's 150 caps. I trust there were also some valuables on McCaffrey. Also, we would like to set you up with a room. You can have the corner room, rent-free. It was McCaffrey's. Now that he's dead, we're happy to let you use it. Thanks for helping us.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, now we have another room. And in terms of quest, we'll talk to the receptionist in Gamora first. So that's going to be our next stage. We have our pass, so we should get in just fine. And before we go ahead and start this, we are going to go ahead and end things here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.